sponsored by the Australian Academy of Tai Chi and Qigong. Special thanks to my trainer, Senior Master Rod Ferguson. Also special thanks to Samantha Hughes and her team, the Active and Healthy Citywide program, sponsored by City of Gold Coast. Continuing the sessions for you through COVID-19. We're not in the parks as yet. We are looking forward to a start date, and that's in July. But subject to change, conditions apply. Cool weather this morning, so I always like to emphasise just sinking back into posture, shoulder width apart, always establishing security, safety within your stance. So imagine a couple of pensions coming down. In fact, one of the best, easiest exercises to do is simply just to have that alignment. We also have the projection up through the top of the head as well. So imagine a string just doing that. Open the chest, sinking back, and then pushing up. This is a great foot and also leg exercise, expanding through the body, projecting up through the top of the head as well, opening up all the spaces through the discs, but also we have expansion through the chest as well. So we're expanding vertically and also horizontally. I do this one every morning, and I do suggest, I take my students through this one each and every time. So breathing in and breathing out. You can also have that audible expiration of air coming out. So we normally breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. But what I'm also saying is we can have that cleansing breath as well. Calming the breath, calming the heart, calming and focusing the mind. And that's what we all need first thing in the morning. Rolling shoulders. Hands just coming back. Hands are just going along for the journey. So just picking up shoulders and relaxing back into the body. Easy one to do, just rolling shoulders back. Just allowing for that natural function. And I particularly like this one, just with two shoulders as well. I always think of shoulders just jumping the fence when we just come forward. And also just coming towards the back. And you notice how the hands just come with the movement. So we open. To me it's like a concertina door. So we open and we close. We come to the back of the hands like this and just gently and slowly and progressively open through the chest, expand. Very good for shoulders, very good for elbows, very good for all the joints within the wrists and also the fingers. And we have that extension out. And when we have extension, this is the yang aspect. Now we have the contraction, which is the yin. So we come back. Expanding. So what we do towards the front, we can also do towards the back. So you can vary the exercises. Only go as far as what you feel comfortable, and always just be loose, agile and flexible. And do what's appropriate for you today. Our mood changes each and every day. The weather certainly does. And for a lot of people that does change the moods. It doesn't affect me. I like it either way. Extending. But just do whatever is appropriate for you. Some days you want to do a little bit, other days you want to do more, other days you want to do a lot more. This exercise from Shibashi 2, the farmer grinds the corn. Particularly love this exercise. We project back, we're breathing in, hands coming over lower than the shoulders, come up to here, and then they just breathe out. Just relax. Sinking back into posture. Just do one more. This is a great exercise actually for any tightness within the shoulders, any tightness within the chest as well. Excellent exercise to do. Projecting up, imagine a string projecting up through the top of the head to open up all the spaces through the discs, which then through the hips. One of my favourite exercises, swinging arms. Very good for warming the body, cooling the body inside. Now, knees nice and stable, so we're not wobbling the knees at all. Our rotation is really through the hips. This is particularly good for the abdominals. Massaging all the abdominals, very good for all the regions of the back, particularly the lumbar region, the lower back, where most people have injuries there. See how arms just flop. We look over shoulders. Gentle movement, all the way through. Gentle palpation upon the chest and also upon the back. And also coming up into the shoulder and to the back as well. And from there, I love to do this exercise as well. This is the wildcat scan to the horizon. So swinging arms we can do quite vigorously if you want to get that winter warmth. I'll go into another one which is very good for that too. All the other exercises, generally doing them slow. Slow, carefully. When we do slowly, we have time to think about the exercise, concentrate on it, but main thing is to feel the movement, to be mindfully aware, to be present, to understand and be aware of your surroundings each and every day. Just to feel the air, just actually with the fingers. That's part of Tai Chi and Qigong. Coming back in center, love this exercise here. Cloud hands. Cloudy days, I always do rain-related exercises actually on cloudy days, especially with just a little bit of a shower, or just goes in there. So hands waving like clouds. Hand is just nice and relaxed. We can also have a little bit lower as well. So we're not carrying the arm. The arm is actually just connected to the body. And we turn. When we sink down in posture, we can actually turn a little bit further. All these exercises are very good for circulation. And the exercise I was going to do, this one here. The butterfly. Sinking back into posture as we breathe in, with span through the body. You can also just come up on the toes. See how the hands push down. The only way that a bird flies is that it actually gathers the air underneath the wings and pushes down. It has that pressure to push. And you notice that they do that when they take off, and also they move forward. And also do the reverse fashion, just to land as well. The butterfly. And we can also change that exercise where the right hand just goes across the left chest here. And what I've got is my left hand behind. This is a white crane in flight, or flight of the white crane. So breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. You can also take your hands up a little bit further, wish, and breathing out. So good exercises just to energize in the morning, just to warm up. Coming down to waist, figure eight. This is particularly good for the hips, very good for ankles, very good for knees. Very good internal massage, again for internal organs, so they can come back into their respectful positions and function effectively and efficiently. So it's very good for any gastrointestinal disorders. Very good for digestion, ingestion, assimilation, also for elimination. And that's why I say it's very good for the plumbing, both male and female. Coming back and winding down like a spring. And also going the other way. Coming back into centre, transferring weight out the right hand side. A simple exercise to do. Very good for balance and coordination. Simply just to transfer weight over. Coming back into center, sinking back into posture. When we unlock our knees, by the way, we sit. And this is why I always use that example, as if we're sitting into a chair, or from the chair, placing the feet on the ground and sitting in such a way, pressing down with the feet through the legs, through the structure of the body to stand, to support, and then to walk forward. So, it isn't just unlocking knees, but we actually have that support structure. And we just go from side to side. You can even have your hands just here on the quadriceps, just to feel that movement, which I can feel. You can feel that muscles just stretching and just releasing from side to side. Very simple one I like to do is actually transferring weight over the right hand side. See how I just swivel with the left foot to there. Placing that foot down, we transfer weight over the left hand side, making sure that it's safe. We sit back in posture, we swivel, as if we're just over here. It's like you're walking through a supermarket and you go, oh, I want to go this way. And go, oh no, it's not over here, it's over here. So change direction. A lot of people do twist their ankles, damage their ankles with very abrupt movements. Especially if there's a trolley in the way and someone else in the way too. I'm sure we've all been through that. So we sit. And from here, you can just come out. So lots of exercises we can do here. Placing that foot down, always making sure that it's safe first. We transfer weight and then to step out. These are all very good load bearing exercises as well. In other words, the muscle stands ligaments actually wrapping around bone, strengthening bone. Allowing the bone to expand and then contract. And that's why we talk about bone breathing in Qigong. Tai Chi simply means to bring the body back into balance, and that's why we do those exercises. Qigong is broken into two words. Qi, which is energy, vital force. Gong means work. So balance, work, energy. Rotating. Very good for all the tarsals on the toes. Toes and tarsals, always think of that. Ankles, knees, and also for the hip. Placing that left foot down, transferring weight over the left hand side, and stepping out. Easy one to do. These are very good warm-up exercises, particularly for good circulation in the morning. And I always think people who have diabetes 1 or 2, because they do lose circulation, have cold feet within that area as well. Okay, like to do this one. Stepping out to here. We breathe in, we breathe out. We breathe in as we push towards the back, as if we're pushing back against a surface or a wall. Breathing out, breathing in, and we get the expansion through the body as well. And I feel that actually from the heel, going up all the way up through the spine to the top of the head. So get that lift. Being gentle, always be gentle with your body. Transferring weight out the left hand side, making sure that's safe. Stepping out. Gentle stretching. And as if we're pushing again to something in the front. You can physically put a table there, you can push up against a wall. In other words, that turns it into an isometric training exercise as well. And then turn around and push against the wall as well. So all very good. For most people do get a lot of leg cramps, etc., particularly in winter. So transferring weight over the right hand side, I step back with my left foot to here. I have my hands to there. When I press down with the heel, I'll push with my hands forward. So breathing in and breathing out. And this is a very good extension actually from the heel. I think of it actually from the toes because that's what I feel. Through the whole foot involved, from the heel, from the Achilles tendon, coming all the way up through the leg, all the way up through the spine, and also projecting up to top of head. So I think it's very good for cramps. Some people say that they do get cramps doing this, but I think it can also be a dietary problem as well, or not hydrating enough. So the essential minerals and vitamins are simply just not there in the first place. And most people are not flexible in their legs, their feet. I know a lot of people, a lot of my students actually, the first thing they do in the morning, they're in a hurry or they're late or whatever, they stumble around, and that's when they do have accidents, because they haven't got that engagement from the head down to the feet, down through the feet and through the legs. So they haven't got that coordination. And this is about coordinating the body. This is connecting. That's what it is. Come back to a very simple exercise as well from Shibashi 1, or Shibashi, separating the clouds. I don't know about you, but when it rains for 3 days, I forget what the sun looks like. Pushing up, extending, releasing. That's why I emphasize slowness, because it gives us time to think. Whenever we go up, I always suggest to my students going down first, because we establish that strong foundation first. In other words, we establish that confidence within the muscles, through the legs, through the feet, and therefore we can stand up. And it's standing up as far as what you wish, for as long as what you wish as well. Turning to our left hand side. And coming over. Coming back. And we turn to our right hand side. Coming back. Two exercises we introduced. Actually, I think I did introduce this one last time, on last Tuesday, 2 days ago. And this one's called Phoenix Wings. And you'll see where we're going with this. So we start up to here. We turn through the body and just let the hands come down. So this is just the preparation for it. And also pushing out to the side. So emphasis again is on the palms. To push. So the body can actually come back like this, can actually have that stability. So we're pushing out with the palms and yet pulling back at the same time. Coming back, we turn to our right hand side and we push out. Coming back in the centre, you can always use that as a change station, or as a holding station there, a relaxation station, that's what I'm trying to say. Oh. And push it down. So emphasis on the palms, you can look towards the front, you can look towards the back. You have that option there. And turning. Pushing out. Okay, so where we're going with this exercise, this is the Lohan, reclines upon the pillow. Again, starting from the right hand side. So sinking back into posture, we push down. You see how my right hand pushes down, my left hand pushes up. Very good exercise within itself, a good martial arts exercise, blocking and also striking at the same time, or a double block. We come over to the sides and we push out. When we do come back into centre, see how I have my hands to here, so my right hand is up, left hand is down. Turn around for you, it's a little bit easier. Come over to the sides. My right hand's on top, I'll just go through this slowly. We push down. When we come back in centre, it's actually, we don't have to do it directly in the centre, but just in that flowing movement, pushing down, pushing up. We rotate through the waist, we come back to here, and we come back into centre. So my right hand is up, my left hand is down, like this, and to here. We push out. Okay, so we start. There, and push out. Come back into centre. stretching it to the sides. When we start on the other side, go from our left to our right hand side, sink back. This is the Lohan, reclines upon the pillow. So we do three actions here. And you notice how my hands, we actually have an action here, we're actually going sideways, and we're also just going up and down as well. So when we push down, that hand goes, the bottom hand goes to the bottom, my left hand goes to the bottom in this case, and my right hand comes up to here. What I do suggest is actually secure that hand first, because it's like grabbing onto something, and we hold onto something from there, pushing up, can we come here? So we'll just do that action there. So hands go up and down, but also they go from side to side. So turning through the waist, and we project. The Lohan reclines upon the pillow. In those days they had wooden pillows, so very hard, but if you're someone special like a prince or a princess or a king, queen, it was jade. It was more solid, priceless. Your head was priceless as well. Great exercise to do because the rotational aspects through the waist as well. Always suggest actually coming down, not high, it's not a high movement. You notice that none of the Tai Chi and Qigong movements are high, but always establish low, so we have that low center of gravity, so we have that purpose, we have that security to turn. And that way we can look behind. And you'll find that you're a little bit more flexible on one side than the other. Most people aren't. We'll just do one more on my right hand side. So sinking back into posture, so it's a very good exercise for establishing good circulation as well. And we come back into center. Okay, so I'll go through that. I'll change the music. We'll go through the Lohan 1 and also introduce a new exercise that's actually for Lohan 2. So, starting with the feet together. This is a martial breathing. Soft hand, soft fist. Makes that loud sound. This is a story about the Lohan. Professional warrior, had no self-esteem, no self-respect, no respect actually within the community. So he had to change his ways. He had to subdue the tiger, and sinking back into posture, leaving all the baggage behind, leaving all past problems behind as well. They have their presence in the now. Be aware of your surroundings. And in that process he becomes monk in meditation. And that can be more subdued and more pronounced. Imagine the golden eagle flying high above. See the bigger picture from a long way out. Just with soft fists, we transfer weight over the right hand side, we step out to our left. So this can be a long way out if you wish, a little bit further. I like to just keep my focus just to there. The warrior squats horse, and also to the right hand side. Sinking. At any stage you can also walk your feet out, or you can walk your feet in. You can change that throughout the exercise as well. Three rings embrace the moon. So we have a projection out here, emphasizing the rings within the hands, within the arms, and also within the legs. And we have the projection to the left. And also to our right hand side. So breathing in. Chasing the 7 stars. So we have the projection out. See how my right hand pushes to there, left hand is up to here. Transferring weight over the left hand side, so I have that projection. Coming back into center, and you can also use this as a resting station as well. And then adjusting. First of all, having the projection down to there. In the process, we do transfer weight over to the right hand side, so I adjust that back foot, I adjust the front foot, and I sink back into posture. Rotating through the waist. My left hand is on my left hip. Down to there. And we push back. Coming back in the center. Adjusting my feet again. And rotating through. Coming back in the center. Love the 3 exercises put together. So with script, we gather. It's like lifting something very heavy, but doing it in such a way so that we balance through the body. The warrior scoops the water. Coming up on the toes if you wish to project, and then just release towards the back. The lotus spirals downwards, or the spiral in lotus. Very good exercise, particularly for the shoulders, for the neck. Elbows, all the joints of the wrist and also the fingers. We breathe out. We breathe in as we come back towards the body. Rotating around. You can take your time. That's why I always emphasize this. Take your time actually exploring this area here called Min Men or Breath Gate. Very important kidney and also bladder area as well. So building up that force, that empowerment. Hands can be around and physically massaging the kidneys as well. I would suggest that. And the third part of this exercise, sinking back into posture. This is a great exercise, just a single exercise to do first thing in the morning as well. Peacock, unfolds the star. We come out to here, don't forget that, so pushing, sinking back. You can also do this as an isometric training exercise actually, and a doorway. Even if it's just the elbows, just to push, to release. With the hands, focus is on the palms, to push, and then just to release. Hands coming towards the back. Hands just neatly fit into the back. Into the curve of the spine there, and the lumbar region there. We adjust our back foot, we adjust our front foot. Turning from the waist, please. Only going as far as what you feel comfortable, and projecting up from the heel, through the Achilles heel, through the leg, through the whole torso, up to the top of the head. So we actually have an alignment going, a straight alignment actually just going directly up. So only going down as far as what you feel comfortable. When we do come up, we sit in such a way so that the hands don't just fall off, we actually project the hands down, we come towards the back foot and we come up. So peacock unfolds its tail again. Hands come to here, adjust that back foot, we adjust the front foot. turning from the waist, loosening, projecting, supporting. The whole body supports the movement. Sinking back into posture, projecting down. Coming back into center. Releasing. Whatever goes up goes down, whatever goes towards the back comes towards the front. It's all part of yin and yang. Opposite yet complementary. Breathing in. Breathing out. Hands rolling over. Rolling over into soft fists, which actually just project out to here. And then we have the hands are there. To me, this always represents the lungs. Sinking back in posture, we have the lungs there. So the symmetry there, visualizing your lungs, visualizing your body working. That's the key point. Pushing out with the edge of the hands, we actually project out with the little fingers to there. We come back, hands close to the face. So we have that familiarity. And pushing out. Projecting. Then into our left hand sides, we breathe in, we push. This is the warrior monk, opens the temple gates. So imagine big heavy temple gates, not just wood but also steel inlay. So hands alone wouldn't work. Using whole body. And we push to our right hand side. Hands coming to here. Adjusting the feet. Coming over to our left hand side first. So we focus, we push, we accentuate, we release. Rolls up, so we have the back of the, so we have the palm facing up. This is the Lohan, focuses the chi. So left hand first. We have right hand. When I push out, my body is back to actually feel that movement, to give the support. So the more I push out with my hand, the more I push back with my body to support. To there. Both hands together. Come back into center, adjusting the feet again. The Lohan focuses the chi. So left, right, and then also to the center. Both hands together. We sink back into posture. We go to our left hand side first. This is always reminds me of gazing at the moon. 8th exercise from Shavasana. We come back, up to the shoulders again, transfer weight over to the right hand side. We open up that left foot to there. And you notice how my right hand just comes over into a ready position. We scan the horizon. And what I'm doing is actually turning back a little bit further to the left, so we actually get that accentuation of the right hand. Pushing out. Coming back into center. Dragon 6 incense. So again, I have that accentuation going towards my back, so I can actually go towards the front. Opposite yet complementary, yin and yang. And we come back in the center. We normally close here for Lohan 1, but I'll keep on going. So we have the left hand which comes over the right hand side. The spiral green dragon, 6 incense, chases the bird. We sink back into posture. See how that can be a block also with the palm. It's like the movement we do. And here, turn through the waist. And it stands out. And we come back. Particularly love this exercise. That's why I like to do it 3 times. So we come down. We just relax. We turn through the body. It's like the arm is connected to the body as well, to the trunk. We come up. Steady now. Excuse me. And coming back. Do one more. Breathing in as we come up. Breathing out. Turning through the body. Steady. Releasing. Placing that left hand to there, we have the right hand which comes over. Again, you want to go north, so you go southwest. I always say that to my students. Sometimes we just need to do that. Hand coming up. Very good flexibility exercise. I find this is one of the best exercises for flexibility. Particularly around shoulders, particularly around necks, particularly with waists as well. A lot of people are very flexible there. Makes people better dancers, by the way. Tai Chi Qigong exercises to me are dance exercises. It's no wonder Bruce Lee was such a good cha-cha champion and teacher, because that's where his martial arts actually had the base. Breathing in, breathing out. Back in the center. Second exercise from Lohan 2. We sink back into posture, we project. Hands coming over. Thumbs are pointing down. I always talk about thumbs pointing down, little pinkies up. We roll over the hands. Oh, from here, think of another exercise. You used to think of 2 exercises at one time. And we come up. We just relax. The double dragon, florets in the clouds. Do that one again for you. We normally just do this one once. Projecting. To me, it's always just offering a gift. It's like slices of oranges for the kids. And come back. Releasing. See how the elbows just drop, the palms just come out, projection out with the palms. We come back. Okay. Now the Lohan must chop some wood. Hands come up to here and they actually just relax. We have that scooping action here coming down. It's like we're gathering water, we're scooping water. So we sink back into posture. Again, we have to create that stability. Hand comes up, we actually have the projection of the arm actually projecting up through the top of the head. So we have that extension through the axis of the body. The arm actually comes back because this is an axe. This is where we chop from. Other hand, it's a block. So it's a block and a chop. So we come down. Yeah. Gathering, scooping, projecting up, rotating through the body, and coming down. Just doing this twice each side. So from here we do the washing. So, shoulder width apart, horse riding stance, that solidarity. If you do get a little bit tired on your feet, you can also walk in or walk out, just moving the feet. I do suggest this exercise as well. Being on your feet for some time, we need a good circulation, we need to keep moving. So from here, left hand comes over. To me it's like a square, but rounding out the corners and submerging the arm. So the hardest thing is actually getting the momentum going with all the ropes, all the water, all the suds. So just to start that count, we're doing 1. We do 2. We do 3. Transferring weight over the right hand side, I'm going to do the full movement here. But that foot comes up, you see how we come up 45-degree angle? And again, soft hand, soft fist. So, placing the foot down so it's not a stomp, so it's nothing hard, soft, squeezing all the water out. All the dirt out with it. 1. 2. 3. I transfer weight over to my left hand side. I'm just going to come up on the toes here and placing the foot down, coming back to there. Okay, so we sweep the floor. So this movement here, love this movement. It's like clap hands. It's like the movement we do with 3 rings and race the moon. So from here, we come over. I always think of my right hand is actually pushing over the chair. See how my left hand actually comes up to here, up into the chest. We also have, we're pushing over with that line. So do 1. 2. 3. 4th movement is neutral, so we bring our feet together. So you see how we have the extension. We actually have the extension of the arms coming back, coming over, I should say, towards the sides. We do 1. Come over a little bit further, just so you can see. 2. We do 3. And this is actually number 5. So we go out to here, we extend out with the hands, and we reset. So we start that process again. We do 1. 2. 3. 4. Feet to come together. It's a neutral position there. 5. We step out. And we reset. Coming back. Okay, going to do this exercise first. This is as a pro forma to here, and I'll go out to the right, left hand side. Fit experience. So we start over on the right hand side as if we're holding the ball. We sink back into posture. See how my right hand pushes down, my left hand pushes up. We rotate through the body. Rotating through the body and pushing out. So if you look towards the front, look towards the back. So we have that extension. We come back to here. So we rotate. Pushing down, pushing up. You can push down just from that neutral position there in the side. You can see how we turn through the waist and we actually go from that upright position from a vertical position to a horizontal, I should say. We come back into center. Back in the center. I'm going to use that as 3. So we push down, my left hand pushes down, my right hand pushes up. We extend. This is a Lohan. It lands upon the pillar. Always suggest actually pushing down, having a low center of gravity. So grabbing something, we rotate through the waist. And we come back to here. Coming back into center. We push down. And pushing out to the sides. Hands coming back. You see how I have my left hand up the top, right hand down the bottom. It can be a locking position, but it's nothing hard. It's firm, but it's soft. It's easy to unlock. Down to here. Pushing down, pushing up. Pushing out to the side. That's 2. 3. So now my right hand pushes down, my left hand pushes up, and we go towards the back. And coming back into center. Okay. From here I know the music has changed, just wanted to do that anyway. Okay. Monk in meditation. Being aware of the surroundings, changing from within. Just do the gentle close today. Coming back into center, stepping back, stepping back. Going to transition. Okay, I'm going to go through that again. I'll change the music for you. Martial breathing. Subdue the tiger. Go to an eagle, spreads its wings. Warrior squats horse. Three rings embrace the moon. Chasing the seven stars. Warrior scoops the water. The lotus spirals downwards, or the spiraling lotus. Peacock unfolds its tail. Wild horse drinks water to the left hand side. And to the right hand side. Warrior monk opens the temple gates, firstly to our left. Then to our right. Lohan focuses the chi. Dragon, 6 the pearl, 6 the incense. Pushing out. Coming back. Spiral green dragon, 6 the pearl, chases the incense. One more. I love this exercise. First thing in the morning, very good flexibility exercise. It's a good one just to get all the joints going. The joints give us movement. That's why we always move joints. And coming back. Double dragon, florets in the clouds. I was thinking another exercise. Do that one again. Coming back. Sweeping the floor. Let's stick up. Shoulder width apart. 1, 2, 3, 4. We put our feet together to neutral position. 5, we step out and we reset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 'Neutral position. We step out with 5 and we reset. Coming back. Pushing down, pushing up. Like phoenix wings, we push towards the sides. We come back in the centre. Push down. Push up. We push towards the sides. The Lohan reclines upon the pillow. Down 3 times, one way, so we sink back into posture, my right hand pushes down, my left hand projects. Using the waist, using a low center of gravity to actually project, push, and to rotate. Very good for all the regions of the back, very good for abdominals as well. We come back in the center. Go the other way. Do that a little bit slower. This is the third one, I think. And push out. So, we come back. My left hand goes down, my right hand comes up. And we come back into center. Okay. From here, I'm going to use the close. This is the second time we do monk in meditation. So again, just relaxing through the structure. We have all the support here through the legs, lower of the body. We also have the support through the hands. So what you can do is actually push against the hands to make that support, or gently just tap. It's about mindful awareness. It's about transition. Being aware of your present. Being aware of your body, understanding how your body works and how to work with the class. We step back, we step back. The warrior has made that transition into the peaceful, enlightened and humble monk. Hoping you enjoyed that. I'm Brad Holmes from Tai Chi Gold Coast. Looking forward to seeing you next.